Hi guys, it's your friendly garage dwelling Sarah here. Try not to get distracted by animals out in the driveway. Anyway, today is a special video. I know, because I watch car channels too, you guys are probably getting sick of me only having the MR2 and the TT on this channel, especially because the MR2 is getting pretty close to done. So today, I'm going to look at a new project for the channel. Know I've been talking about doing a rally project on this channel since I very first started this channel. Even though I bought the TT and it is all-wheel drive, it's not a chassis to use in rally. So I'm going to look at a car this morning that will be a chassis that I can use in rally. And I'm driving a Genesis. It's really nice. It's got the 3.3 turbo V6 in it. It's actually pretty quick. I've been doing countless research on what chassis to use for this rally project. And what I'm going to look at is probably not what you would expect to use for a rally car. However, this was a chassis that was actually used in the WRC. And that's why I'm looking at this car. So here it is. It's a 2002 Ford Focus SVT, a chassis that was utilized in the WRC and driven by Colin McRae. And I know you're gonna say it's front wheel drive. That's not a rally car, but hear me out on this. It's more difficult to learn how to rally in a two-wheel drive car than it is an all-wheel drive car, especially a front-wheel drive car because they don't rotate as easy. So that's why I'm looking at front-wheel drive cars to learn how to rally in, because I actually want to learn how to rally. This is not just some stunt to slap some rally tires and stuff on a car and call it a rally car. Like, I want to learn how to rally. So after doing a lot of research, this is one of the cars that I've been looking for, and I found one. Alright, so here's the interior. I do plan on completely gutting this thing other than the dash, which hopefully it's not cracked. Is it cracked? No cracks. Good. So the dash is in good shape. Backseat, oh, it's actually not horrible back here. Just could probably clean it up and it'd be alright. It does have a sunroof, which I'm not a fan of, but it's really hard to find these without sunroofs, I've noticed. The air conditioning blows ice cold in here, so that's a huge plus. But it does have a check engine light for the intake runner stuck open. It's a P1518, I believe. So it won't pass emissions, so I'll just have to fix that. And it's had, what you said, new motor mounts, water pump, timing belt, new battery, and then new steering rack, new brakes. I think that was it, right?
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, so it's got quite a few components already replaced on it. Yeah, it has a long list of new parts that have just been replaced in it. So that's good. So let's drive this thing. It only has 137,000 miles. It's pretty low for a 02. Let's give this thing the beans. Brakes are really solid in this thing. I'm surprised. It like stopped like that when I got on the brakes. So it's got new brakes, he said, and I believe him on that one. The transmission feels a little crunchy. It hasn't grinded, just feels kind of sloppy. The shifter feels sloppy. I heard that is a thing though with these cars, that they benefit hugely from a short shift kit. Front bumper is pretty roached. I'll have to get a new front bumper, but I really wanted to get the RS style bumper for this car anyway. Back bumper has got a lot of paint fade on it too, so that's okay. I'm gonna wrap this thing. The wheels are in perfect shape, which is sad because I won't be using these for rally. So with that said, is this gonna be my new rally project for the channel? So it's the next day, and I thought about the car overnight. I asked my patron supporters on the Discord what they thought about it, and I've given it enough thought. I'm gonna buy it. So the small Sarah is taking me now to go get this car. So there'll be a third, well, technically fourth edition to the channel now. I gotta come up with a name for this thing. So the funny thing about this car is that the owner, Houston, actually watches the channel. So he's gonna be able to see the continuation of his car's journey here on YouTube.
Johnny_LNS. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. It's a good end of this car, so I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Dude, I don't know what it is, but there's something more fun to me about buying cheap used cars like this than there is about buying a brand new car.
Nothing pushes back and forth.
See, they're just on.
It's weird. My rear wiper's like on the side.
Oh, that's weird. The check engine light just turned off. Did this car fix itself already? That's crazy. I'm so excited now. I'm super pumped about this car. I was like slightly excited when I was first looking at it, and then like the more I thought about it and the more like I did research on rally racing and stuff and learning proper techniques and left foot braking, and everyone says front wheel drive is fun wheel drive when learning how to rally. So now I'm like so excited for this project. Where's your hood popper? Mr. Penguin's hood poppers. Where are you? Oh, there it is. That goes in there somewhere. I'll fix that. My plan is to only keep the dashboard in this car. All of this is gonna be going, so I might just clean up these seats roughly and then throw them on Craigslist and sell it as a complete Focus SVT interior minus the dashboard. This busted grill is gonna go. Fun fact, the Z-Tech engine that is in these cars was actually developed with Cosworth for Ford. Spec-wise, for those of you who don't know, the car is 170 horsepower. It's a naturally aspirated 2-liter. I do believe it has factory forged connecting rods, and from all the research I've done, these engines are stout. It has a 6-speed manual transmission, and the car weighs just a hair over 2,700 pounds. Up and away! Oh wow! Oh, that's surprising. It drove through some tar and it looks like meatballs got stuck to it. Anyway, these things came from the factory with a 4-to-1 header. That's pretty cool. It's a really exotic looking exhaust manifold. The heat shield held on with this weird little twist tie situation. I know the steering rack on these cars is actually the same steering rack that is utilized in the Ford GT made in the mid-2000s. I learned that because of Smoking Tire when Matt Farah did a review on one of these. But it looks like there's a cooling line that goes to the steering rack. That cannot be right. I have to look that up, that's weird. CV boots and axles look like they're in good shape. And it does have new front brake rotors and pads on it. Everything's pretty nice under here. I don't know, you guys. So far, I'm feeling pretty good about this. There's no oil leaks that I can see under here. Suspension components look fine. There's no ripped boots or anything. The axles look like they're in good shape. It's got a brand new alternator. I don't know what that crap is going on right there. Those little wire splices. I heard a lot of noise while I was driving this thing and I was wondering what it was. Yeah, it was the inner fender liner. It's completely gone. So maybe it's not a wheel bearing. It was probably that just rubbing on the tire really loud. I'm gonna make this as inclusive as possible with you guys in that comment section down below. So while we're going over the car, feel free to comment below on thoughts and opinions on stuff to do. Just understand the end goal with this car is to compete in local, regional rally events in a 2-wheel drive class. There's no play in these wheel bearings. So I don't think the wheel bearings are actually bad. I think it's just this. I think it's the inner fender liner I heard rubbing on the tire. Road Hugger Ultra. It's probably these tires are just noisy. It's good. Wheel bearings are good. Oh my god. These rear shocks are done. These are super blown. This side's not as bad. You have to get some rally suspension faux show. That's gonna be the top of my list also. These are pretty shot. They're probably original. So, before I take this bad chicken, should that be its name? Bad Chicken? Project Bad Chicken? I mean, I say it a lot on my channel. It's a really cute term. Maybe this could be Project Bad Chicken. What do you guys think? This thing had a bump-in system in it and really loose terminal too. I gotta fix this before I take this thing for a drive. I need to get some new terminals for this battery. I'm gonna replace both positive and negative, but good enough for now. That's 85 degrees in here. I was gonna use the money that I bought this car with to get air conditioning in my garage so I don't die working on project cars out here, but I think I made the right choice. I'm excited for this project. And this is the situation. First up, I need to replace the blown rear struts. So that means coilovers, rally suspension, that has to happen. Fix the battery. The lights, the high beams are permanently stuck on, so I need to solve that just for safety. Speaking of safety, it needs a cage first and foremost. That's really important, which means I'm going to need seats and harnesses and a helmet, etc. Wheels and tires is gonna need dirt tires and then obviously a smaller wheel. Skid plates, huge must on that. If this check engine light comes back, I need to address that issue. Fender liner, a sunroof delete, which means I'll put in a roof vent, and then I'd like to do a livery on the car as well. Yeah, yay. I wish I could like have fun and hoon around the dirt, but I came out here because I want to see what my ground clearance is like with this car. It does have stock blown suspension in it right now. I definitely noticed it going over bumps in the road, so that has to happen immediately. And it is pretty low, so skid plates have to happen on this car before I do anything with it. But dude, this thing's so fun to drive. It's so underrated. Like all the reviews I've seen on this, it is an underappreciated car. It seriously is fun to drive. And there's someone shooting a gun out here. I don't want to die. And what I need to do, I need to put together a list, and you guys can help me in the comment section below. I need to create a lesson plan of tasks that I need to teach myself on for rally techniques. And then I'll learn each one of these individual tasks. And once I do that, then I can go on a dirt road and start using those techniques in like an entire stage. Still no check engine light. That's good. It got its first Arizona pinstripes. Good thing the paint is crap on this thing. Well, that's that. That's the new project for the channel. Project Bad Chicken. I actually bought him on my birthday. I bought myself a $2,000 SVT Focus for my birthday. I can't wait to get this thing like ready to go. So let me know in the comment section below suggestions, stuff that I should address first. I definitely think skid plate and suspension is gonna be number one. And then obviously safety type stuff. And yeah, I don't know, I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I can't wait. Anyway, I'll see you guys very soon with another video. Bye.